and welcome to your pick a card reading channeled from Spirit. Today's reading, I really wanted to focus on the blessings coming to you. So if you are familiar with pick a cards, you can go ahead and head to the timestamps listed down below. This is pile 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. And if you're unfamiliar with pick a cards, allow me to give you a little bit of an explanation. So you are going to want to either pause this video or wait until I do my little brief 10-second window of silence. And you're going to want to actually either meditate on the cards. You can also look at the timestamps in the description or in the comment box that will give you like different timestamps for each reading. And sometimes those timestamps will call out to you with your lucky numbers. You can also say the numbers 111, 222, 333, 444 over and over and over again until you feel like one of them is resonating on a frequency with you. And it's kind of more of a feeling in my opinion, but sometimes it's also just a visual for some people. Maybe you're drawn to a specific color candle. But the three things in my opinion to know is that number one, you are never going to choose wrong, because the fact that you even see this video means that you are vibrating at the frequency to even see it, because we are all energy. So you're never going to choose wrong for yourself. The second thing is that you can be drawn to more than one pile. Some people will listen to all 4 readings and kind of decide what resonates. Some people will pick 2 or 3 or just 1. It's really all up to your intuition, so just trust that. And the last thing to note is these are generalized readings, so sometimes only part of the reading will resonate with you, or one specific card is a message that you needed to hear, and sometimes it's the whole reading. So just take what resonates and leave the rest always. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'm going to go ahead and be quiet for about 10 seconds and turn up the music and allow you to just sit with the cards and make a decision for yourself, and then we'll get into the readings. All right, friends, let's go ahead and jump into the readings. All right, my pile number 1s. If you chose pile number 1, then this is the reading for you. So I do want to let you know that down below, I have listed all of the card decks that I'm using today. If you want to get any of those for yourself, please feel free to do so. And today, if you chose this pile, you chose the yellow intention candle. And yellow intention candles stand for communication, obviously the color yellow, the sun, air signs, which is going to be Leo, or not Leo, which is going to be a Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. And they also stand for confidence and communication. So I would say now you can choose any intention that you want to set with this candle blessing, but if you would like to use one of those, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Those are just some suggestions for the yellow candle. And so just go ahead and pick an intention. Maybe you want someone to send you a text message. Maybe you want to have a conversation go over well with someone. Maybe you have you've been wanting to connect with your guides and you want to set an intention for that. But go ahead and just choose an intention, and let's go ahead and just hold on to that. Let's take a deep breath together. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and light that for you with a blowtorch because my lighter actually ran out of fluid recently and I need to get another one. So we're doing this today, but that is going to be our intention candle. Now what this does is I'm going to let this burn all the way out for you, probably part of it off camera because it takes a little longer than the readings, and that is going to send your intention out into the universe to bring it back to you. So we're also going to shift this off to the side of our reading just a little bit so we can keep an eye on the flame, because sometimes the flame does interact with our reading, and if something happens, of course I'll mention that. You may want to focus on it too, but let's go ahead and actually get into your reading. So let's see where we are right now. Ooh, this is interesting. Very interesting. Man, we're starting today with a banger. So we have the Tower, and don't get afraid of this. If you know about the Tower, allow me to explain. We'll get there. We have the Tower. We have the 10 of Cups. We have the 2 of Pentacles. And then we also have the Lovers. Okay. Some of y'all have just gone through a very serious breakup. Some of you, I feel like, have also maybe gone through like your family situation is just like not good right now. Like maybe you're arguing with family members, or there is potential there's also a divorce happening, especially with the Tower and the Ten of Cups coming out at the same time. Some of you also might be going through your Dark Night of the Soul, which I believe by the time this video is out, my Dark Night of the Soul video will already be out. So I'll card that for you so you can see it if you don't know what I'm talking about. But right now, it seems like there has been a really big event in your life and you've had to, or you're coming to the place of having to release expectation around this thing. It seems like, to me, I'm really feeling and hearing that it has more to do with an argument, especially with another person, because we have the Two of Pentacles, which this is like, see how these cats are? We've kind of got like a yin and a yang thing going on. And then we have the Lovers, which is also two. And so with that, this also could be you got into an argument with a Gemini or an Earth placement, but I'm really getting the sense that there's something does not feel right. You're feeling really unsettled and it's making your life feel unsettled. Like your emotional balance is feeling really unsettled. And ultimately, I feel like what Spirit is really saying is, especially with this Tower card, we also have the Eye, which I believe is our third eye. And so the third eye, your third eye kind of sees beyond just the physical 3D world, and it sees possibilities and potentials outside of that. And so even though we've had this big catastrophic event that has kind of shaken our world a little bit, for some of you it may be something a little bit smaller, but for many of you I feel like this is a very large thing that maybe is transitioning your entire life. This, like I said, it could be a fight with family, a lover. It also could be a move because we have that Ten of Cups here, but this is all for your betterment. And the Tower always kind of tells us that anyway, but it's like hindsight. In hindsight, this will be a good thing because it's going to open new chapters for you. It's going to bring you to a place of more peace with your soul and more peace. Like, know that you are already whole and complete on your own, no matter what anybody says about you or to you. And this experience is going to bring you closer to that, because when we have the Lovers, yes, sometimes it does talk about actual lovers, but it also talks a lot about you kind of linking up with your shadow self. And the shadow self is the aspect of us that we do not always like to look at or show to the world, or the part of us that we kind of keep hidden away. And so we have the light and the shadow kind of meeting up, having this intimate moment. And so ultimately, this is an experience that's going to bring you back to center and to yourself, even if you can't see it right now. So ultimately, this is good news. And especially because you chose the yellow candle, I feel like this is going to give you the confidence to go forth in life and really bring you to this new Ten of Cups, this new vision of your life and everything that it could be. So, and also the Two of Pentacles, I want to touch on that really quick before we pull more cards out. The Two of Pentacles also is you just balancing a lot right now. Like, some of you have put way too much on your plate, and the Tower is happening because you're burning out. You have put way too much on yourself, and frankly, it's too much. You're going to have to delete some things in order to come back to equilibrium. And you already know, as I'm saying this, I guarantee you intuitively, you already know what needs to be put down, the relationships that need to be put down. Maybe you've signed up for too much work, or maybe you are into a lot of creative projects right now and you've taken off way more than you can do right now. You just need to slow down a little bit. It doesn't mean forever, but right now you're burning out because you haven't been taking enough care of yourself. So you need to kind of nurture yourself the way that we have this woman giving a gentle kiss to this other woman. You know, we want to nurture ourselves and ourselves the same way. So we also have the Serendipity card. We have Treasure Island. And we have a Leg Up. Ooh, some of you are potentially linking up with a soulmate, and this Tower moment is making room for them. So With serendipity, we have this beautiful card that has a 4-leaf clover. Now, 4-leaf clovers are rare, right? We don't see those every day. I mean, I can honestly tell you, maybe it's different by region, but my entire life, I've always wanted to find a 4-leaf clover and I never have. So, with serendipity, this is like a perfect moment. This beautiful, perfect thing is coming towards you now. This beautiful, like, the life that you've kind of been chasing after or dreaming of because of what you're going through now, it's actually a blessing in disguise. And this beautiful, rare thing, this like something that in your wildest dreams, you're like, oh, this is never going to happen to me. It's going to. And it's literally fated. It's serendipitous. Like serendipity is that like, ooh, I just got goosebumps. Serendipity is that. It is that like fated, perfect, you are waiting for a sign. You are waiting for something to work out in your favor, and it's going to. And with Treasure Island, this card, I mean, we have this turtle and he's got this treasure chest on his back. Now, when have you ever been out in the middle of the ocean and been like, oh my gosh, there's a turtle and it just randomly has treasure on its back? No, you have never seen that. So, and if you have, please comment down below because I need to meet you. That sounds like a fantastic story. But with Treasure Island, this is like hidden treasure. This is something that is not going to be revealed to you right now. Ooh, did you see that? There's no draft in this room either. My air is not on. Like the candle was like, yeah, girl, speak on it. But it's going to be hidden. This is something that you will literally not be able to see the blessing right away. It's going to happen when you're not looking for it. It's going to make itself known to you in the most random, weird way. And this gift might actually come in a person. And the reason I said that is because we have the leg up card, and leg up, it really signifies having connections with others that give you an advantage. And so this could be in business for some of you. Maybe you've just gone through major job loss and you will have a leg up because of all the experiences that you've already been through with your previous job. And for some of you, this also could be, like I said, this could be fated soulmate connections that you're going to like link up with the most, like somebody that you've never even been attracted to, but you like being with them. This sounds bad, but it's not. Being with them also gives you a leg up in your life. Like it's beneficial for both of you, but like it's almost like you've maybe been with someone for a long time and you've kind of always accepted that this was the love you were worthy of. But when you meet this new person, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I was treated like such crap. Like this is so much better. And because of what I've been through, I have so much more gratitude for this situation. So I hope that makes sense. Now, we also have, ooh, some of y'all about to come into some money, honey. We have second house owning. This is the house of Taurus as well, which Taurus rules personal finance. So we really love to see that. And we have part of fortune increase. So some of you, if you have gone through job loss or major financial setback, that is literally the tables are about to be completely flipped around because these cards both talk about an increase of money specifically because the second house is the house of Taurus. Taurus rules personal finance, and Taurus, their statement, like if they have an affirmation, their affirmation is I have or I possess. They are here to like own material goods, material wealth. Like that's really what they aspire after. And with part of fortune increase, part of fortune is the part of your birth chart that talks about how you will accumulate fortune in this life. It's not just how you're going to accumulate like the money to pay your bills. This is like, how are you going to make the truckloads of money? Where is your like financial blessing? What is it connected to? So this could be a person. Some of y'all are about to maybe just marry really rich, if I'm honest with you. Some of you, though, are also about to find the job opportunity that's going to happen for. Some of you are about to have a massive windfall of money. Literally, with Treasure Island, serendipity, part of fortune, and owning, if any of you that chose this pile have been worried about money, you will not have to worry. Like that blessing is coming through, and please claim that blessing for yourself. Be confident that this is coming to you. Because with the 10 of Cups, I didn't mention this earlier, but with the 10 of Cups, this is also about having like your ultimate dream fulfilled, like the happy family, the home, the 2.5 kids, whatever it is. I know I'm talking about the American dream right now, which what even is that? But whatever your ultimate dream for yourself is, the 10 of Cups is the completion of that. It's coming to that moment of pure peace and gratitude and joy for everything that has been given to you. So, pile number 1, we're starting off with a banger today. So the next thing I asked for from my guides was I wanted to give you a few affirmations that might, if anything I've said today, like maybe you're not really, it's not that you're not resonating, but maybe your solar plexus feels a little jammed and you're feeling like you can't even receive the blessing that's coming. I like to ask for affirmations sometimes. So we have, when I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. And we also have this eye here again, this third eye. So some of you maybe just need to work on your third eye a little bit more to kind of believe in the vision that you see for yourself. But you just need to be certain. The fact that you're even here should signify to you that you're resonating with this, because you wouldn't even be able to view it if something in it wasn't for you. So when you lean on certainty and faith, you change your mind about the world you see. And so if you've been uncertain about anything, any of these blessings coming forward, just know that when you become so certain that it's coming towards you, it literally will change the reality that you're living in. When you change the inner world, the outer world has no choice but to reflect it. So we also have, when I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So this is about finding joy. I mean, if you just went through a tower moment in your life, obviously finding joy is probably the last thing on your mind. But finding little things to be joyous about, even if it's small, even if there's a rain cloud in the sky today. Maybe you're somebody like myself that loves rain. And so when you see that it's going to be a rainy day, you're ecstatic about it. Maybe it's the cup of coffee you poured yourself this morning. I'm getting an image right now of, I don't know why Spirit is showing this to me, but that's so funny. I'm getting an image right now. If any of you have ever seen the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants movie, where the girl who goes to Greece, Alexis Bledel's character, she's like so in love with Kostas that she's like sitting at her family's kitchen table and she's just pouring honey like over and over again and just like grinning from ear to ear, because it is this small little thing and she is so joyous internally that every little thing sparks joy in her because she's so full of joy and love. So that's kind of what I'm getting at, is even if you can't find joy in the situation you're in, find joy in the small things, even if it's the smallest thing in the world. An ant, I mean, maybe some people aren't joyful about ants. I'm that weirdo that is like delighted when I see bugs, but just finding joy in the small things, because that is how you will continue to attract more joy. Again, this really resonates with that changing your inner world to reflect back out, or you have to change inside before you can see the world outside do the same. So the last 3 cards that I pulled, I asked about what things were specifically going to be coming to you. Like what blessings were going to be coming to you specifically. I think we did this in a recent reading before, but I wanted to kind of just, I wanted to use this deck again. I was feeling really called. And again, all of the decks that I use today will be listed down below for you. But the 3 things coming towards you now, we have beauty. So this could be a really beautiful person. This could be yourself just going through like an actual glow up because of the situation that you're going through now. Like it's going to cause you to kind of revisit all the aspects of your life to come back to equilibrium. And when you go through these moments, you will come out the other side with like a spiritual glow up, and that makes a physical glow up. So we also have magic, which some of you, recently we talked about this too. Some of you, again, if you have been feeling called to like practicing witchcraft or practicing any kind of like manifestation magic in the world, this is another sign that like this is the time to do that. But also seeing magic, this is, again, these serendipitous moments, these things that you're almost in disbelief at how well they're linking up, because it feels truly like magic. Like you're going to Hogwarts. You're like, oh my gosh, this is so magical. How is it even real? And the more you anticipate magic in your life, the more it's going to show up for you. And then the last one that we got, is namaste. So we love namaste. And I've heard so many different things for what namaste means. I've heard it like as I bow to you. I've heard it as my soul recognizes the beauty in my soul, recognizes the beauty in your soul. It's been said so many different ways. So I'm sure, I mean, if you've never heard that, apologies, but most people have heard it in one regard or another. But just recognize that like when the beauty in your soul recognizes the beauty around you and the beauty in others, it makes life that much more magical. So I also see namaste as a big symbol of peace. And so if peace is something that you feel like you've been needing in your life at this time, then this is a really strong, good indication that that's going to be coming. And I also want to say that before we close out this reading, that I got a lot of really big like third eye chakra vibes from this reading. And so if there's any chakras that you want to work on, two actually, the third eye and the solar plexus is what's coming through. Spirit is telling me that these are two that you may want to kind of work on. The third eye, I always recommend meditation for the third eye, because sometimes we can open our third eye so much that it can become overactive. And we don't necessarily want that, but meditation's a really good way to kind of reel it in. And with the solar plexus really helps us. This is like your gut. This rules over your gut. It sits right below the rib cage. And I'm getting this really big feeling that many of you are afraid to even receive. Like, I'm hearing that many of you just don't even feel like you're worthy to receive. And so even if these magical things happen, it's like you're afraid. You're waiting for the other shoe to always drop before even taking what's there. And just know that that's definitely an indication that your solar plexus maybe needs a little bit of healing. And you can listen to like binaural beats on YouTube for the solar plexus. You can meditate. You can practice affirmations as well. Those are ways that I have healed my solar plexus. And ultimately just really building up your own self-esteem and self-confidence and self-worth, because you were born worthy, baby. So those are two areas you might want to consider working on. If that resonates with you, definitely do something, especially because you chose the yellow pile, which also corresponds to the solar plexus. So I hope this is helpful for you, my beautiful friends. Please claim all of these lovely blessings coming your way. Best of luck to you on your journey. Please do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Kloee Taylor. Check the description bar for all of the cards listed down below. And if you feel called to, it is never expected, but always appreciated, I do have donation links down below: Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal. And I pour anything I receive back into this channel. We've actually purchased new decks because of some of you. So thank you so, so much for everything that comes my way. Again, it is never an expectation. I don't do this because I expect money. I do this because I truly feel called and like it is my purpose to share these things. But if it resonated and you feel called to do so and you're able, again, it's always appreciated. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. Bye. Hello there, my beautiful pile number twos. Welcome in to your reading. If you chose this pile, this is your blessings coming to you now from Spirit. So first things first, if you like any of the decks that I show today, I list them in the order that they appear in the description box. So if you want to get any of them for yourself, feel free to do so. Now let's go ahead and start out with some intention candle setting. This is what I always like to do first with y'all. And if you chose this pile, you chose the black candle, and black actually symbolizes canceling, protection, and it honestly just kind of dissipates any negative energy. You can obviously set any intention you like with any of the candle colors. It doesn't really matter, but if you kind of want to have a little extra oomph to your intention today, I would recommend going with one of those things. But again, it doesn't necessarily matter. You can set any intention you would like to, but if you chose this, go ahead and just choose some kind of an intention that you would like to set. So just choose something that you want to bring into your life at this time. Maybe it is just protection, or you feel like the energy around you hasn't been great and you just kind of want to remove that, or you just want your guides to be around you to protect your space. Or maybe you've also, I'm hearing that some of you have been having a hard time sleeping and you want a little more protection during your sleep time. So go ahead and set an intention, and I'm going to go ahead and set this up for you. And yes, we're using a blowtorch today because my lighter ran out of juice. So we kind of have the crazy fire with us today, which is fine. But what I'm going to do is actually light this and let it burn all the way out for you. And that is going to send this blessing out into the universe for you so that you can have it sent back to you. So go ahead and just take a deep breath. Hold on to your intention for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and light this for you. Whoop, we'll start right there. I probably should have trimmed the wick a little, but it should be okay. Yeah, she's good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and put this up in the corner so we can kind of keep our eye on it too, because sometimes the flames actually interact with the reading and I really like to read that. So if like I say something that is really true, sometimes the flame will like dance, and there's no draft in here. So like literally my air is not even on right now. So if anything should happen, we'll definitely catch that. But let's go ahead and get into the reading. So I will let this burn all the way out for you off camera as well. It won't finish during the reading because it takes longer, but just so you know, I will let it burn out for you. So what we have for you today, we have strength here first. And then we also have the Seven of Cups. The Star, one of my personal favorite cards. And then we also have the Knight of Swords. Okay. So some of you have actually taken really big steps in your life lately. And maybe the protection that you're asking for is maybe something about it feels a little unsettling or unsafe. Because I'm seeing that and hearing that you've made really big moves recently. With the Strength card, this is all about you channeling your own inner strength and really honing that strength to serve you in your life. Maybe you've had to make some really difficult decisions or push through something really difficult in your life right now. The Seven of Cups tells me that because of this, you've opened up a huge new door for yourself, like several doors. There are so many different pathways that you can go down right now. And the Star card also tells me that you are literally being blessed by the universe to do whatever it is that you're doing right now, because the Star card is a lot about being authentic, a lot about being literally blessed by the heavens to move forward on something. The Star is also a huge indicator of being in touch with your life purpose. And for some of you, if you haven't come across that, your life purpose is actually about to be revealed to you soon, because the Star is about linking up with your North Star, the star that calls you home. My star seeds, where are you at? The star that calls you home, your true North Star. And, ooh, I just got goosebumps too. So some of you have been following your life purpose now, and you've been questioning if it is your purpose. So that is a symbol of yes, it is. But also some of you are about to link up with it. If you've been really unsure of your life purpose, then this is a strong indication that it's going to be revealed to you very soon. And we also have the Knight of Swords, which also says, maybe you kind of had like a rocky start to uncovering this, or you've had one, or you will as it's being uncovered. But rest assured, you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt, because when we see the Knight of Swords, when we see the Knight of Swords come out in a reading, this is like you're in such a flow state with what you're doing. You're not forcing things, you're flowing, and it's easy to charge after your goals and your dreams. Everything makes sense. And because it makes sense, you just kind of go like really, really, really fast, and it doesn't feel hard or difficult or like work, because you're so like eyes on the prize. The end goal is here. I have like, you get like this huge supercharged burst of energy to go after it, because if there's one thing we know about the Knight of Swords, it's like nothing will stand in the Knight of Swords way. And you also might be somebody who is just a wordsmith, and you're being told now that a blessing coming in for you is that, like, if you've been looking to write a book, read tarot cards, for instance, be any kind of a storyteller in your life, this is a really good indication that that's made for you, because the swords always correspond to communication. And so in terms of blessings, you're somebody who is actually blessed with like really high mental intellect, and you're able to be a wordsmith with your words. Your words are one of your greatest assets. So we also have why. Many of you have been questioning why you're here. What is your purpose? We also have blessed. And we also have chaos and conflict. So I'm getting the sense that a lot of you have maybe been asking why certain things have been happening in your life. That's why this card is coming out for us. But it actually is a blessing in disguise. It's funny, those of you that chose pile 2, I'm going to encourage you now to also listen to pile number 1, because I'm getting the sense that they're linked. Just because pile number 1 also had a catastrophic, like something happened in pile number 1 as well. So definitely check out pile 1 as well if you're feeling the call. But we have why here. And like I said, why is like you're asking why. Now this is a double meaning here, because some of you have just been asking, why am I here? What's my purpose? I feel so useless. I don't have any gifts. Like this is like the narrative that you have been feeding to yourself. Or maybe somebody has also fed it to you and you've just been replaying their words. It's not even your own voice. But some of you also are just obtaining so much knowledge right now for your path ahead. And so you're literally questioning everything around you, in the sense that like, why do we have this? Why do we have that? Why is society this way? Why has my life path been like this? You know, there's this huge surge in knowledge of you wanting to understand the reality around you. Now we also have blessed, which this is why I said I believe that this is definitely a blessing in disguise, because the blessed card is literally, to me, you could almost replace blessed with bliss, because this card is like you're coming to this place, like a gift that is coming to you is you are truly going to be so blissed out. Like life is going to start to make so much sense. You're going to come into this new sense of knowing for yourself that nothing will be able to touch you. Like things have been so hard that because you will have that polarity and the knowledge of the polarity, you're going to move into this way of being so blessed by the universe that you're literally going to be blissed out. Like, oh my gosh, everything makes so much sense. I am so loved and adored by the universe. The universe has my back. Like, you need money, it's coming. You need your tribe to show up, they're coming. Like, you need a job to fall into your lap, it's coming. Like, blessed literally is anything that you have been inspiring towards, it's all coming in. And there's even like little stars depicted in this card. And stars, I mean, we also have the star, which is really cool. But stars in any tarot card symbolize destiny. They symbolize fated destiny, and they symbolize that you're on the right track. And we also have chaos and conflict, which I feel like this again is with the strength card. You're having to really go to bat for yourself. And because you're opening up to so much of your truth and yourself and your higher self is coming through, I'm hearing, it's causing conflict with people around you that don't know this version of you. Because that's really what I'm hearing is like your blessing that's coming through is not only is your purpose being revealed to you, but you're transforming into the person that is going to hold this purpose. And so the people that have been around you for maybe your entire existence, some of them just are not understanding where you're headed right now. And it's causing conflict and chaos with those around you. And there's something that I really need to say that Spirit is like, you need to say this. You can't take everybody with you. And I don't mean that like people are going to get left behind, because I don't believe that. I don't believe or teach that anybody's going to get left behind. But some people in their contracts before, like their soul contracts, they're not meant to necessarily wake up in this lifetime. It's not for them. And waking up is everybody's own individual process. And so you can't force that in other people. And that's probably one of the hardest lessons, in my opinion, when you're somebody who's kind of waking up to your true purpose. It's almost like you're so blissed out. You want everyone to feel this way. You want everyone to come with you along the journey. And some people, they're either not ready, it's not their time, or they're just frankly not meant to. And you can't force their awakening. You can't force their journey. And you kind of just have to love and accept them for who they are right now, even if they don't accept you or love you. And that doesn't mean that you need to spend all day, every day with them. You can love people without speaking to them. You can love people while also cutting ties with them. It doesn't mean that you have to feed them your energy either. But with chaos and conflict, I do sense that some people are not going to understand. And you need not be afraid of that, because they can't touch you where you're going. Now, we also have Libra, which is balance. I love that. And we also have 8th house endings and beginnings. Yeah, y'all need to listen to pile number 1 if you listen to this pile for sure. So Libra, I balance. This is like, if things have just really felt out of whack, this is a true blessing that things are going to be balancing themselves out. Libra also is ruled by the planet Venus, and Venus is love. Love is coming into your life. Love for self, love from others. The more that you kind of shift your time and energy away from people that want to cause conflict with you, the more room you're going to make in your life for the people who want to truly love, appreciate, and adore you. So please remember that as you go. And with the 8th house endings and beginnings, this is literally a new life. This is a new chapter that's being brought to your attention. And I want to also really make this known. Spirit is also telling me that though this is a pathway that you can take, there is a multitude of pathways that you can take. So for some of you right now, because you're listening to this, you're hearing this, you're resonating on that frequency, this is the path that you're currently aligning with. But that has the potential to change as you make different choices. So for some of you right now, this is like the course that you're set on. But know that when different decisions are made, sometimes this can be less dramatic or more dramatic, or you can kind of ricochet off to the left for a little while and then come back to it. Like it's all a matter of where you're going and what is currently resonating. But right now, with the 8th house endings and beginnings, this is a true rebirth of the self. This is you literally unbecoming everything that you're not so that your true self can shine out. And the 8th house also corresponds to Scorpio. So you may also be a Libra or a Scorpio or have major Libra or Scorpio placements. But the 8th house also deals with money and how your money commingles with others. So for some of you, a blessing coming to you, you may be receiving money or financial abundance or some kind of abundance from family or from work. Maybe you're about to get like a work bonus. It's like money and how it commingles with others. But also, some of you are also waking up to your natural spiritual gifts, because the 8th house also talks about the occult. And I feel like a lot of this, like it can be referred to as the psychic gift house. So some of you are also opening up to your psychic gifts, and that's a blessing coming towards you. Now, I also asked during this time for you with these blessings coming in, if there was any affirmations that you could kind of look towards if you're struggling. And so we do have my vibes speak louder than my words. So this is all about like your energy actually speaks louder to the universe. And so you really want to transition your energy before even thinking about the words that come out of your mouth. So this can be about just aligning yourself energetically. So my vibes speak louder than my words. And also some of you, this has come up before recently too. Some of you, your spirit guide is a butterfly, because we do have a lot of butterflies here. And then we also have, I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. And so some of you are on a very serious, oh, look at the candle. Some of you are also on a very serious spiritual awakening path right now. And the universe agrees, because that was crazy. But I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. This really is that, like you just needing to kind of implement new practices into your life that really nurture these gifts and these things that are coming in. And then the last 3 cards that I pulled, I asked what 3 things were going to be coming in right now, like specific blessings. And we got wealth. So some of you really are going to be receiving money, which I think is funny because we just talked about that. Some of you really are going to be receiving financial wealth. That is a blessing that's coming. Some of you are also going to be receiving acceptance. And I love this as a blessing because I think some of you have really been trying to fight it, maybe fighting others with your beliefs. And you're actually going to find a lot of peace in the coming months as you kind of learn to accept others and also accept yourself. I feel like a lot of you are not having a true acceptance of the self, and it feels very suffocating. Like I don't even know, some of you, like my heart feels tight. Like my heart chakra feels like it's trying to be like caged. And so some of you definitely need to work a little bit more on the heart chakra right now as you're kind of expanding your consciousness. Because I feel that it's like there's a knot in my chest. So some of you are having a really hard time with just accepting and loving yourself. But that's a blessing that's coming. This is crazy. And then we also have tranquility. So this is like all about bringing that peace into your life. So maybe the money is also going to help bring you peace as well, because things have been really uncertain lately. But that is what I have for you, pile number 2. Don't forget to claim your blessing here. Please also do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Kloee Taylor. And, if you want any of these decks, remember all the links are down below. And lastly, it is never expected, but always appreciated. I do have donation links listed down below for you. I have a PayPal, Venmo, and Cashapp. Again, it's never, ever, ever expected, but if you feel called to do so, it's appreciated. We've actually been able to purchase new decks because of some of you. So I pour all of that back into what we're creating here. So thank you so much for that. I don't do this because I expect money. I do it because I feel truly called to share these messages, and I feel that it is my divine purpose to bring these to you. So it's never an expectation, but again, always appreciated. And I love you all so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Hello there, my beautiful pile number 3s. If you chose pile number 3, then this is your blessings coming to you channeled directly from Spirit's reading. Now, before we jump in, I do just want to let you know that if you like any of the decks that I showed today, I do list them in the order that they appear in the description box, so feel free to gather them there. And let's go ahead and start with our intention candle today. So with this candle, white candles actually represent universal. They are literally every color on the spectrum. So this is like a blank slate. If there's anything that you want to bring into your life, no matter what it is, it could be something as simple as free coffee, $5, or a new career, having your life purpose revealed to you. There's a multitude of things. The intentions are endless, you could say. So No matter what is calling out to you, feel free to set an intention now. And while you're thinking about that, I'm going to go ahead and use a blowtorch for this because my lighter actually ran out of juice today. So we're using the big lighter. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn this down for you and send your intention out into the universe so that it can come back to you. So go ahead and hold that intention in your mind now. Well, let's take a deep breath together. All right, I'm going to go ahead and light this for you. And then I also like to put the intention candles in the corner of our reading because sometimes the flames dance or do different things and they do correspond to the reading sometimes. So I do like to leave that there so we can see everything that goes on. And let's go ahead and get into your reading now. So let's go ahead and see where you are right now. So we have the King of Wands for you. We also have the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, this is funny. There was a reading I did recently, like in the last few weeks, that had very similar energy. I wonder if it's the same people coming back. Three of Cups. And then we also have Judgment. So this is beautiful energy. Where you are right now, I feel like many of you, and rest assured, some of this also because this is a blessings coming to you. If you're not feeling this energy right this minute, it is the energy that's coming. But many of you right now are really embracing your inner King of Wands. Now, that doesn't matter if you are Queen energy, King energy, or however you choose to identify. They are non-gender bias. But with the King of Wands, this is like you standing up in your power, in your authenticity, feeling like a creative genius and making something new in the world. And also just kind of like, I feel like the King of Wands energy is very like exerting your dominance over your own life, not necessarily over other people, but just really standing up as your truest self. And we have the Nine of Pentacles here, which tells me that you maybe recently came into quite a bit of abundance, or you are about to. It is your labor is finally paying off. So you've maybe put a lot of creative work into something recently, and that's finally coming back to you. You're seeing a turnaround from that. Or like I said, if you don't feel that right this minute, that's what's going to be coming. We also have the Three of Cups, which this to me is you building really strong, true emotional ties with the people around you. So this could be your soul tribe coming in, your spirit family, your spirit guides as well. A lot of times the Three of Cups, at least for me, when we pull this card, Spirit loves to tell me that this is your spirit guides also surrounding you. And then we also have Judgment, which I feel like many of you started a creative endeavor and you're actually getting the recognition that you set out for, because Judgment is that card of like everybody kind of looking towards you as you're rising up to your fullest potential, and people listening to you because they recognize that you have something really beautiful to say. And I feel like, let me actually look at this card a little bit closer. She does kind of have this look on her face like she's also judging. So maybe some of you also have had a female figure, I'm feeling in particular, casting a little bit of judgment towards you because you are doing so well. Or this could be something that's also coming, that maybe it's like a friend that really isn't a friend, a mother figure, just like a predominant female energy is really what I'm sensing. And so I do feel like there also could be a little bit of judgment coming your way. Now, I love this reading because we also have the Thinker, and I apologize, I keep burping, and usually when that's happening, it's because there are so many messages moving through me at the same time that I literally can't get them out fast enough. The energy is a little crazy right now. But we have the Thinker card, we have Between Worlds, and then we also have the Fates. And so this is beautiful energy, first of all, for the blessings coming towards you now. you literally are moving into a fated reality. Like, this is something that your soul signed up for long before you came into this plane. And it's like you were living in black and white and you're actually moving into this beautiful, colorful world. Like, I'm seeing this vision of like Wizard of Oz when it's all black and white, and then all of a sudden she wakes up in like literally the most beautiful, colorful world. And so I feel like right now that's really what you're being opened up to, is seeing just how beautiful life can actually be. And we do have the Thinker, which tells me that this is something like you recognize that your thoughts create your reality. And so you're someone that has actually been putting intention into this. You've been putting intention into your life. You've been doing the internal work. You've been reprogramming your subconscious and working on your personal affirmation, working on a meditation practice. I'm seeing that many of you've really just been doing like the overhaul of your mental map. You have been, because we only use like this much of our brain and the rest of it is all subconscious. And so I'm getting this feeling that either you're, like I said, about to be embarking on this, or it's something you've already been doing. And because you've done such like a deep dive and like work on yourself, you're starting to emerge from where you've been. Because we also have the Fates, and this is like destiny encounters. This is you being able to see opportunities like, ooh, I'm getting the tingles everywhere. Many of you are seeing things before they happen. Like, many of you are having dreams, having visions, maybe even pulling your own cards. You're seeing things before they happen because they are fated to happen. Because here's the thing about reading into or predicting your own future. A lot of times it's one pathway that you can take, but there are like a multitude of pathways that your life can take based off of the decisions that you make on a daily basis. But when we have something that is fated, it's like these are the things that you signed up for beforehand, that no matter which path you take, some things are going to happen no matter what, because they were the big experiences that you wanted to have. So these fated things are coming in, whether it's a connection with someone or something. You're really going to be, I feel like this month is going to be huge for those of you that chose pile number 3, especially because we have the white candle, and the white candle, like I said, is universal. So this is anything in life that you're trying to bring towards you. I'm getting the sense that you really will see it within the next month, or it's already happening for you right now. So we also have the 9th house, which is faith. And we also have the 10th house, which is the world. Now, the 10th house also corresponds to Capricorn. And so some of you might be Capricorns or Sagittarius, because we also have the 9th house. And there's a lot of things I really love about these cards. First and foremost, from the 9th house into the 10th house, this is a transition. So kind of like between worlds, this is a transition. It's like, because you have had faith in yourself, in your dreams, in your abilities, you're moving into the 10th house, which is the completion, which is the ending and technically the beginning. Because 10, at least in tarot, when we're looking at these suits, 1 through 10, that is the journey. And then we also do have the court cards, but that is like 10 is the completion. However, in numerology, 10 becomes 1. So this is the ending and the beginning. And it is also the world, and the world also resembles karma, stepping off of the karmic wheel and into something else. So I feel like many of you have really been working hard, and I want you to just take a moment to really feel proud of yourself, because I don't think many of you have taken the time to actually kind of turn around and look at where you've been and where you are now. Many of you have done so much work on yourselves, either that or you're about to be embarking on this, but you've done so much work on yourselves that you just, maybe nobody in your life has told you that they're proud of you. But if that's the message you need today, like, I'm proud of you. I mean, I feel all of your energy while I'm doing these, that like, I am proud of you. I'm so proud of you for the place that you've put yourself in now and the pathway that you're carving for yourself, because it really is beautiful and you deserve it. So, like, wow, this is like, I just have. Have you ever had that like really intense feeling of like unexplained joy? Like that's what I'm feeling right now, is this like huge burst of like joy just like rising up from the solar plexus through the heart. And just there's so much joy that comes when you look at where you've been and where you're headed now and how much you've done. So be proud of yourself. Be proud of all of the work you've done and pat yourself on the freaking back, because it has not been easy. You've seen some shit in your life, and that's really, I think so much of the change has come because you were tired of where you had been, and you like finally had that moment of enough is enough. I don't want this anymore. I'm going to do the work to change it. And you have truly taken your own destiny into your hands. And that is not something that is easy to do. That is something that takes time, effort, dedication, and reprogramming the subconscious most often. So I'm so proud of you. Like, round of applause. Good job. And if this is something energy that you're stepping into right now, like, I'm still proud of you because I see that line. I see that thread that leads down and where it goes. So good. Awesome. Good freaking job. Okay. So I asked basically on this path of these blessings coming in that I feel like many of you are already in the middle of these blessings, but some of you, it is coming in. So know that if you're already in the middle, like it's only going to get better from here. Like you are on like an upward trend. And those of you that maybe haven't stepped in yet, or just, I basically asked my guides and any guides that wanted to connect what affirmations I could give to you that chose group 3. And I have: the moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. I'm going to read that one more time. The moment I embrace my peace within and surrender, the outcome is the moment that the universe can truly get to work. So many of you have been doing that. You've been kind of surrendering. You've been really opening yourself up to the new possibilities that have been made available to you. And again, I'm so proud of you. But I also feel like it needs to be said that when you feel like you've surrendered enough, always surrender more, because your guides always want to bless you. They always want to give to you. They're here to help you and to guide you. And the more that you surrender over to them, especially if you feel uncertain or unsure, oh my gosh, look at this candle. If you feel uncertain or unsure, it will become easier and more clear the more you can let go of that control. So surrender the outcome, especially the outcome. I feel like a lot of our contention in this life comes from us wanting to control every single outcome and not wanting certain outcomes and only wanting the outcome in a certain way. But the moment you actually let go and say, you know what? Do your best, do your worst, however you want to phrase it. I'm just going to be me, and I'm going to be here, and I'm going to just surrender to the process. The outcome will be more beautiful than you ever could have imagined. So we also have: my capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. Ooh, I got goosebumps from head to toe with that one. My capacity to tune in to the energy of love gives me the words I need when I'm ready to speak up, the compassion I need when it's time to forgive, and the power I need when I am lost. So it's basically just tuning in and tapping into the energy of love. If you didn't know this, love is actually the highest frequency that we have on this planet. Love is like the highest energy that you can give, receive. Love truly is the highest frequency energy. So if you're able to tune in and tap into the energy of love at all times, whether it be for yourself, your fellow men, the people around you, you're going to feel so much better surrendering that. And holding that love and that compassion. And I don't want you to take this the wrong way and think that that means that people that are not in alignment with you are people that are purposefully out to get you, that you need to just hold them so close to you, because you don't. You can have love, compassion, forgiveness, and tap into that energy without giving away all of your power. So know that you can forgive, but you don't have to be best friends with anybody who has hurt you or wronged you, you know? So then I also asked, what were 3 blessings that were going to be coming into you specifically right now? And we got angel. So I do feel like there is either an archangel that is wanting to connect with you, or there also is maybe a guide that is wanting to specifically connect with you. White also corresponds to angels. So it's also very interesting that you would choose this candle. White corresponds to your angels. You may also, I haven't mentioned this in any of the other piles today, but excuse me, you may also want to invest in some angel lights. Angel light is like this periwinkle crystal that really helps you to connect with your angels and to that love energy, as well as rose quartz, but angel light specifically is what I'm hearing. Now you're also going to be blessed with forgiveness. So somebody maybe needs to forgive you, and that is something that's going to be coming, or you have been feeling just completely sick, like poison even. I'm feeling this like feeling of just feeling like you are drinking the poison, and you're so upset that you can't even see straight because you are constantly flooding your mind, or your mind is constantly being flooded with these images of you're angry at somebody for how they've wronged you on your path. And you are going to give yourself the gift of forgiveness. Like I said, this doesn't mean that you open the door and you let this person back into your life, or these people maybe back into your life. It's you give yourself the gift of forgiveness because you deserve it. It's your level of peace that you want to experience. So this might have been something that's been very long suffered as well. And then lastly, we have serenity. So we also will be seeing that gift. I saw a really, there's a lot of surrender in this reading, which is really interesting because I feel like the reading in and of itself as a whole, looking at it now with all the cards on the table, it is very overtly positive. Like there is a lot of positive change coming, and you are literally moving into a new way of being. But what I'm really feeling like the main blessing for you that I'm seeing coming, and I'm feeling too, is that there's so much that you're going to just be letting go of. Like this new life that you're moving into now, there's a lot of things that can't come with you. And that is maybe the anger that you're holding on to. There's just a lot that can't come with. In order for you to see this life in beautiful, stark color, you have to be willing to let go of some things too. And this could be people, your anger. I don't know why anger is coming through so strongly, but it is. And just have more faith in the divine, more faith in yourself. And again, please be proud of yourself. You've done a lot, and you're continuing to do a lot. And I hope that this blessing reaches you well. I love you so much. Please do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I'm at Kloee Taylor. If you would like to get any of these decks or candles, don't forget to check out the links down below. And if you feel called to do so, it is never ever expected, but always appreciated. I do have donation links down below for my Cashapp, Venmo, and PayPal. I don't do this because I expect something back from you or I expect money. I do this because I feel called to, like it is my purpose to share these messages. So that's why I do it. But anything that I receive does get poured back into the channel. Several of the decks that we used here today, we were able to purchase because of that. So thank you so much to those of you that have. But again, please never, ever, ever feel like it's an expectation or that you have to. You already have my gratitude, my love, my support. So I love you so much, and I will catch you again real soon. Bye. Hello, my beautiful pile number 4s. If you chose this pile, this is your blessings coming to you now, channeled from spirits. And before we jump in, I just want to let you know that if you like any of the decks that I show in my readings today, they are always listed down below in the description in the order that they appear. And let's go ahead and get started on the candle intention. So if you chose this pile, you chose a red candle. Red stands for the element of fire. fire, creativity, ambition. It also corresponds to fire signs. So this would be Sagittarius. This would be Leo and Aries. It also can correspond to a romance and Mars, the planet Mars. So you can set an intention based on any of those things that I'm mentioning, but you can also choose to set whatever intention you would like to, whatever you want to call into your life right now, be it something as simple as maybe you just need a little more reassurance in your current ambitions, or you want to attract a certain fire sign, or maybe you even just want more confidence, or you can choose to set something else. So just think of something now that you want to bring into your life. And we're using a blowtorch today because my lighter ran out of juice. So we're just going to go ahead and set this up for you. And then let's go ahead, and I just want you to focus on your intention for just a moment and take one big deep breath in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and light this for you. So with this intention, I'm going to go ahead and let this burn all the way out for you, and it won't finish during the reading, so I will let it burn out on my own time for you. But as this burns down, that's going to send your intention out into the universe and bring it back to you. So claim this blessing. And we're going to go ahead and put this up in the corner here because I like to watch the flame during the reading, because sometimes we get answers from the flames as well. So it's really cool. But let's go ahead and get into your reading. So first and foremost, we have for you the Queen of Swords. We have the Four of Swords. Oh, I love this. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And we have the Sun. Oh my gosh. Y'all are just unbothered. I love that for you. Okay, so what I'm really getting from this reading right off the bat is, if you're not feeling it currently, you will be very soon. With the Queen of Swords, you are becoming an excellent boundary setter. You are not taking no trash from anyone, and you are just feeling strong and confident in your own feelings, your own opinions. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is very opinionated, but sometimes that can be to your detriment. But ultimately, I think this is a new power that you're stepping into, because with it, you're just not taking no nonsense from anyone. You're starting to realize your own opinions, and you're just not letting anybody silence you. And I say you're unbothered, or you're going to be coming into a place of feeling less bothered by others, because the Four of Swords is the card of rest. This is about needing to kind of slow down, take a little break, have a breather. So if you've been feeling very chaotic lately, know that one of the blessings coming to you is you are about to be resting for a little while and really just focusing on yourself, because Queen energy is all about the self, in my opinion. So with Queen energy, you will be doing a little more self-focus. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles, which tells me that you might even be working to hone a skill right now. There might be something that you've wanted to pick up that you're finally taking the time to do. And you're actually going to be really good at it, because we have the Sun, which is the blessing promise that things are going to go really well depending on what you, not depending, but no matter what, rather, no matter what skill you decide to hone. I'm hearing specifically for some of you, this is going to be Reiki. And this has come up a few times in my readings lately. Not today. I think this is the first time it's come up today, but many of you have been interested in studying Reiki. And this is literally like this ball of energy that is the Sun card is like channeling healing energy. So many of you are going to be picking up Reiki. It's going to be really good for you. Many of you are also going to be picking up other skills, culinary skills. I'm also hearing some of you are also looking into becoming tarot readers, astrologers. Some of you are looking into honing like your artistic skill a little bit more, finding your artistic style, like one that is very specific to you so you can start selling your arts. Some of you are also looking into, I keep hearing glass blowing for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe some of you are interested in glass blowing. It sounds cool. But I'm getting the sense that some of you are going to be picking up on a new skill, and it is going to be like really good for you. It's something that's going to further you and really empower you because you're going to be naturally gifted at whatever it is. There is a difference between being talented and being gifted. Being talented with this skill is like, you've had to work really hard to be there, and you have the talent because you've honed it. But being gifted is like you naturally are inclined to have a knack for it. So many of you are actually very gifted at whatever this is, and you need to not be afraid of trying out new things because this new thing is going to be so awesome. Like the Sun card is literally like the best blessing you could receive for picking up something new. So some of you also may be dealing with an air sign or meeting an air sign, I'm hearing, because we have the Queen of Swords here. And with the Queen of Swords, that could resemble an air sign. So this would be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or oh my gosh, who am I forgetting? How could I do this to y'all? Oh, or a Libra. Oh my gosh, a Libra would be the most offended about me forgetting too. Sorry about it. But you could be dealing with an air sign as well, meeting a new air sign. Maybe your instructor for said skill is going to be an air sign. But we also have yin energy, which I love that. I was literally just talking about something about this. I'll get to it in a second. We have higher power. Ooh. We have higher power, and we also have time for a nap. Oh my gosh. Okay. So with yin energy, this is like the divine feminine, because we have yin and yang energy. Yang energy is more like the divine masculine. The divine feminine is more about taking care of the self, nurturing the self, honing intuition, honing artistic gifts, and really just having more of a nurture with yourself. And this doesn't mean that you have to identify as one or the other. Everybody has yin and yang energy inside of them, no matter what. Everybody has it. And with yin energy, though, this is a little bit more it's gentler, it's softer, it's more compassionate, more loving. So I do feel like if you've had to kind of be hard recently on yourself and others, you're going to be coming into this place of having more deep compassion for yourself. We also have higher power, and this to me is a lot about divine intervention. So something in your life is like, you're going to have to give something up to a higher power. And I think in hindsight, it will be a blessing. And this doesn't necessarily mean God. I don't want y'all to get like that impression. And if you do believe in God, that's fantastic. I would never be like, no, don't do that. But when we have the higher power card, I want to just specify that for some people, that is going to be God. For some people, that is not going to be God. That's going to be your higher self. That's going to be your spirit guides. It's kind of however you choose to feel out a higher power is what is going to correspond to you. So with the higher power, I do think that a blessing coming to you is like the higher power is going to lift a weight from you, and you're going to surrender something over. But it might even be the fear of starting something new, just kind of surrendering that to the higher power, letting the higher power take over and just saying, I don't want to hold this anymore. You take it. And time for a nap, this really corresponds to this Four of Swords for me, because the Four of Swords is that card of rest. So this is a very point blank, to the point. Look at this candle right now jumping around. There's no draft in here. Like, time for a nap, literally point blank, to the point, like, take a nap for the love. Like if you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, like you don't know what to surrender, like it's too much too soon, take a nap. Take a nap for like 20 minutes. You're going to wake up feeling so much better. This is your call right now. If you've been thinking about a nap today, take a nap today. Like just give yourself some rest. Now we also have lunar eclipse. And we have Taurus. Love that. So with lunar eclipse, this is a card that's about change, because the moon is constantly in a state of change, right? The moon, it goes through cycles, and it's in a constant state of change. She waxes, she wanes. And this is you right now. You are in a state where things might be changing for you, and this might be where that higher power has to come in, because I think many of you, I'm feeling the fear. Like, I'm feeling fear like in my sacral chakra, in my solar plexus chakra. There is fear around what is to come, about unexplained outcomes. And you're really just being asked to put it down and not worry about what is going to change, and just allow yourself to be, and to really work on mastering whatever this new thing is, because change is inevitable. If anything, like you, I think it's Fearless Intuition who talks about this all the time, but she always says, if you can find one thing that literally doesn't change, like shoot her an email, because she doesn't believe it. Everything changes. Your hair grows, your nails grow, the grass grows, the sun rises, the sun sets, everything is constantly in a state of change. And it's when we think that we have so much control over where everything is going to go, we actually have no control. And the moment you surrender that control and allow things to just flow into a beautiful state of change, and you allow change to happen, the easier it's going to be. And I also feel that for many of you, there is a financial blessing coming in. I think we're all just going to be rich in August, if I'm honest with you, or not August, excuse me. August and September, depending on when this video goes out. I mean, technically anytime, because I really do believe these messages are timeless. Like when you find them is the right time for you. But I feel like we are all just going to be rich AF coming up in the next few months, because I have been getting like a financial blessing. I think in almost every pile today, there was some kind of financial blessing. The Eight of Pentacles is also like that like financial prosperity is going to come from what you're doing. So with Taurus, I have this. To me is, you're not going to have to want for anything. So if you're afraid of this change, if you're afraid of resting and letting yourself be, recognize that you're not going to go without. Spirit, your team, your higher power, you're not going to go without. You're going to flourish from this, and you will have what it is that you've set out towards. What you desire to have, you will have. So, and Taurus also corresponds to the second house, which is the house of personal finance. So this does deal in financial matters. That is something that Taurus is well known for. So, don't feel stressed out about money either if something is a big change for you. Now, I did ask my spirit team to give us some affirmations that we could work with if we're feeling a little stuck or afraid, or how we can kind of move this process along. And we have 2 affirmations for you. So the first one is, I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. So this to me is a lot about forgiveness. And I think for you, in this pile, this is self-forgiveness. This isn't necessarily forgiveness from someone else. This is forgiving yourself, and for everything, for not being who someone needed you to be, for not being who you thought you needed to be. It's okay to mourn past versions of yourself as you move into being someone else. And it's okay to let go of that version of who you thought you were going to become when you're on a new path. And I feel that many of you need to just forgive yourselves. And maybe some of you have done some things that you're not proud of. And just know that the grace of the universe doesn't condemn you. Like, you are always worthy of forgiveness and self-forgiveness. You are allowed to live peacefully and to find that forgiveness within. And so that mantra might really help you, that I let go of the shadow of the past by seeing someone for the first time with the eyes of love. And so that might be your eyes. Look in the mirror, and it also might be forgiving someone else, but I'm really feeling that many of you just need self-forgiveness. And then we also have, when I think I've surrendered, I surrender more. There was another pile, I don't know which one today, that talked about this. And because I can't recall exactly which one it was, I'm assuming that pile is probably not for you. So, but when you think that you've surrendered, surrender more. This is just leaning deeper into surrendering. And I think that also is a lot to do with self-forgiveness. You have to be able to surrender that which does not serve anymore. And that's why the higher power is here too. Just give it up. Like, it's not for you to carry this heavy weight all the time anymore. You can let go. You're allowed to let go. And the last thing I asked for was 3 specific blessings that would be coming in for those of you that chose this pile. And we have balance. So many of you are going to be finding your footing again this month or in the next few weeks. We have loyalty. Maybe there is someone that you need to forgive in order to make new connections with people that maybe there's been somebody who's betrayed you and been a little disloyal. And so it makes you fear loyalty. And know that there are people that want to be loyal to you, that want to be there to support you. And you are worthy of having a loyal partner if that is what you desire. And so loyalty will be coming in. And then lastly, I love how this lined up because this pile was like the creatives pile. We have creativity. So I do feel like if you've been feeling really uninspired, you are going to get a creative boost. You are going to be feeling more aligned with your creative passions, and it's going to be really beautiful. So I'm looking forward to all of this for you. I hope that you will accept these blessings, claim your blessings, and please, my loves, do not forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. I am at Kloee Taylor, and remember, if you want any of these decks, I do list them all down below in the order they appear, including the candles that I've used today. And lastly, it is never expected, but always appreciated. I do have donation links down below for Venmo, Cashapp, and PayPal. I don't do this because I expect something from you in return. I do this because I feel called to, because it is my purpose and I love to do it. So it is never an expectation, but anything that I do receive, it gets poured back into the channel. Many of these decks were actually purchased because of what you have given to me. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. And like I said, if you feel called to do so and you're able, I appreciate it, but I don't ever expect it. And I will see you all in a future video. I love you. Bye.